Hi everyone, it's Heather. Welcome back into the Paper Castle. This is the haul that you guys got a little preview of last week when I kind of had everything spread out on the floor and showed you everything that I got. This is all from one house that I went to on Friday morning, July 3rd. And the whole reason that I went there was because they had advertised this sale on Marketplace. They advertised it as a house sale. It did not say estate sale. I thought maybe somebody was moving or something like that. And there were two main reasons that I was interested in going. One was because they said they had a ton of books and DVDs, and that all the books were going to be free and all the DVDs were going to be a quarter. And the second reason I went was because, they had a few pictures posted, and I saw this weird tissue box cover on the table from a distance, and I knew that it was Fitz and Floyd, even though, well, this one's not marked, but I knew they did a whole line of these weird tissue holders and that they were, worth decent money. So I decided to go mainly because of those two reasons, plus the fact that it was only about less than 10 minutes away from my house. Unfortunately, this, which I threw in my bag first thing when I got there, I did not realize till I got home how jacked up it was. It's got chips all over the place. It's got a big crack right here. It's got a chip up here. It's a disaster. So this is going to go in the donate box, but that's okay because that's what got me there. That was kind of my little lucky charm, and the rest of the stuff that I got there was absolutely amazing. And like I said in the preview, I will show you guys everything, and then I will tell you at the end how much I paid for it. There is definitely quantity here, but there is definitely some really good quality here as well. This is definitely the best sale I think I've ever been to in the 12 years that I've been reselling on eBay. So I got there. I kept driving back and forth past the house because I didn't want to be rude and get there too early because the sale was inside the house. And I didn't see a line, and there wasn't a place to park on the street. It was on a back road. So I just kept kind of driving back and forth here and there. And then finally I saw a couple cars had stopped. So I parked and got out. It was a very unassuming, tiny little ranch house. You would never know from the outside that there was this much good stuff inside. So when I walked in, there were no prices on anything. The only thing I knew the price of, obviously, was the books and the DVDs from their ad. But I saw people throwing all kinds of stuff, in their bags. And then I heard the husband say, "Take it all. Whatever's still here on Sunday is going in the dumpster. We want this gone." So I took that as a good sign. And I just started throwing things in my bag, and I figured, if it's way too much at the end, I'll put some things back. But I didn't have to. So let me start off, and I'll show you the books and the DVDs that I got first. There was one guy, he had taken probably half the DVDs by the time I got there, but that's okay because that wasn't really what I was going there for. But I got this box set of Bogey and Bacall DVDs. Not really worth that much. Maybe $10 plus shipping. Then I got this one because it seemed weird and out there, and it said the Criterion Collection on the top. And it turns out this one, I think, used is worth about, I think, 20 to 25. I'm just going to be honest with you guys right now. I don't know all the possible sold prices on all these off the top of my head right now because there's just so much. I did look stuff up, but I can't keep all that in my head. I got this book. This is the Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin. It's a sci-fi book. I've always done well with sci-fi and fantasy type books. It's hardcover. I could tell just from the cover it was vintage. Whoops, I think it's 1976, I believe. Yeah. But this I think is worth, I'm going to say around 15, I think. This one I don't have a clue. It's called Perfumes the Guide. I picked it up because it was still sealed in shrink wrap. So I'm hoping at least 15 to 20 on that. Then this one I picked up called The Perfectionist because it said it was a signed first edition. Has the little dust jacket on it. And it is signed right there by the author, if you can call that a signature. This I think I should be able to get, I think, 15 to 20 on as well. And then I got this leather-bound copy of Stephen Hawking's The Illustrated Brief History of Time. This one, again, I think maybe 10 to 15. Then I found one Easton Press book. This is from September 11th. And, you know, always have the fabric moire end papers like they always do. And lots of photographs. This one is probably, even though it's Easton Press, it's probably only worth about 15 to 20. Then two paperbacks. This just looked interesting. The Cartoon History of the Universe, volumes 1 through 7. Maybe 8 to 10 plus shipping. And then the Grateful Dead family album. Again, not worth too much. Maybe 8 to 10, I think. And then I did get one set of books. This is the Griffin and Sabine 4-book set by Nick Bantock. I knew that name. He's an artist. I actually have some ink downstairs in my stash that I got at one of the old Ranger Warehouse sales when they used to do those. Any of you crafters who are watching might know what I'm talking about. But he put out a line of ink pads, so I knew that name. Plus his artwork is all over those the covers of the ink pads, so I was familiar with him. These are probably worth, I think, 30 for the set. So after I went through the books and the DVDs, actually a lot of those books I got on my second trip. I made 2 trips, thank goodness, because the last things that I picked up there might be the most valuable, which I'll have to show you in the other room when I'm through showing you all the rest of this stuff. But in their little sunroom was where I found most of the stuff, and they had a lot of perfume and health and beauty stuff. So I'll try and show you guys all that next. Actually, let me show you the Christmas ornaments first. These were also on the table with the jacked up tissue box holder. I thought these were, I initially just thought these were boxes that they threw these ornaments in, but the ornaments actually came in these little egg cartons. These are beautiful little egg ornaments from Poland. These are the Winter Wonderland eggs. I don't know what's going on with the cover. There's a glue or something on it. And these are the festive jeweled eggs. Can probably get maybe, I'm thinking 10 to 15 a piece on these, maybe a little more. Then I did find one Radko ornament. these people literally just had stuff laying in boxes. You had to kind of root through for stuff, and there were little gems tucked here and there and everywhere in these boxes, so it was a lot of fun. This is a Radko Ornament. I can't remember what the name is off the top of my head. It might be North Pole Express or something like that, but it's a tiny one. It's one of their gem ornaments from their Little Gems line. I think this is probably worth about, I'm going to say around 15. Okay, then one of the other things that I saw in the pictures, oh, sorry, I heard a noise, guys. The cat was getting his ball. I saw this big honkin' bottle of Philosophy, which is the Purity Made Simple one-step facial cleanser. They also had, they also had a little travel size bottle. So I picked these up. I'm probably going to sell these together. They should go for around, I think, 25 to 30 plus shipping. Then they also had this brand new and sealed bottle of Philosophy White Pear. This is their shampoo, shower gel, bubble bath combo. This I think goes for around 15. Then I got some skincare stuff. Wasn't really sure about any of it, just threw it all in my bag. And trying to find all of it so I don't miss any here. Okay. First up is this Saint-Tropez, what is this? Self-Tan Luxe Facial Oil. I think this is worth around, I think 15 to 20. Then this stuff is supposed to go with, I think, some gizmo that you use for your neck. This is Neckline Slimmer Firming Accelerator Cream. I think you put this on first and then you use the gizmo to firm up your neck. I don't know. But I think this is new and sealed. I think this is worth around 10. Then this Plexiderm. This is their hyaluronic moisturizer. This is sealed. I think this is worth around 30 to 40. And then the rest of this stuff is all Elemis, which I know from, I think it was yesterday on QVC, their today's special value was some kind of package deal from this company. So I know that this was sold on QVC. I overheard the wife say that her mother just bought anything and everything off of the shopping channels. So there's this, let's see what this is. This is Pro Collagen Marine Cream. This is Pro Collagen Oxygenating Night Cream. There's the body serum, and then more of the marine cream. I don't think any of it's sealed, but it doesn't look like it was used. So I think we're good on eBay. I don't know if the rules have changed with the whole virus thing about selling things that have been pre-owned or that aren't sealed, but you know, if not, I'll keep it and try it on myself. Who knows? Then I got some perfume there. Some of it was really good, some of it not so much, but like I said, I just threw everything in my bag and I figured I would figure it out later when I got home. Okay. I know there's more. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, first up is this Arpege, I think that's how you say it, I'm not really sure, from Lanvin in Paris. This is a little mini bottle. I think this might be worth about 15 to 20. Then this is Heaven Sent. This is from Dana, I believe. And so it's not really worth too much. Maybe 10 to 15 plus shipping. This one is, what is this? Flower by Kenzo. I don't know if this is going to focus for you guys to see this because it's so small. There we go. Flower by Kenzo, 1 ounce. Again, I think it's only worth maybe 10 to 15. Then this one is, this is Zhivago 2 from, oh, it's called White Gold. This is supposed to have like a iceberg type looking base, and then this sits down in it, but this doesn't have it. I think I can still get maybe 10 to 15 out of it. Then this one is, what is this? Agent Provocateur Maîtresse. This one, God, I can't remember. I'm gonna say 20. I don't know, could be more. And then this is Flora by Gucci. It's missing the cap, but that shouldn't be a big deal. I'm thinking, I can't remember. I'm gonna say around 30. It's not worth as much as I thought it was. But that's okay, because this was the big winner out of all the perfumes. This is by Penhaligon's in the UK. This is the Bluebell Eau de Toilette. This is actually a spray. Thank goodness, because when I first got it, I thought that you just open this and it was open and everything would pour out. But it's a spray. This by itself is worth about 100. So, really good score on that. Then I also found some Jo Malone products, which I was thrilled to death with. I've sold these in the past. This is their bath soap. I think this is worth about 20 to 25 plus shipping. And I think this, the English Parent Freesia, which is the same scent as the soap. This is the hand lotion, and this by itself is worth about 50. And then I also picked up this little unassuming bar of soap called Love in White by Creed. And I found out that this single little bar of soap is worth about 50 bucks, which I was floored by, but very, very happy about. Then staying on the perfume track, I also found this little enamel and pierced perfume bottle. This just has the little thing that screws out. You put your perfume in here, and then it has this little dabber. I just thought it was cute. It's really not worth too much, maybe 10 bucks. Plus it's missing some rhinestones, but I might be able to actually find some at Michael's to replace those and have it looking as good as new. We'll have to see. I think that's it for the perfume and the health and beauty stuff. Yes. Then I did find some more eggs. There was an egg theme there. I think she really liked egg ornaments and things made out of eggs. So I did find, well, first I found this little Russian lacquer box. Can't find another one like it on eBay. I'm thinking at least 10 to 20 on it. Does say made in Russia. Yeah, made in USSR on the bottom here. Then these 3 adorable little egg boxes. One of them has a label on it. Here it is. It says Kings Point Designs. These are all made out of tiny little real quail eggs, which is amazing. I had a great aunt who used to do this kind of stuff with eggs. It's amazing. And then this little one, I just have to glue the rhinestone back on it. It's just a little loose. Just have to glue that back on. And then this little one. Not sure if I'm going to sell them all together or not. I think they're worth about 10 to 15 a piece. Okay, and then I found a Christmas ornament. This is just a bedazzled snowflake frame, maybe 10 on that. Then I went into the kitchen and found some coffee mugs. This one is from Harrods, the famous department store in London. Still brand new with the tags. Can't find this one anywhere else online. This one is called Windsor Elevators. So hoping at least 10, maybe a little more, who knows. And then these other two I'll probably sell together because, as you can see, they go together. These are from, I don't know if it's Sakanico or Sokaniko, I'm not sure of how to pronounce that name. But I've seen some of these on eBay. Some are selling sets of 2, some are selling sets of 4. They say they're rare and hard to find, who knows. But hopefully at least 20 plus shipping on those. Then in the, I think that was all I got in the kitchen. Yeah. Then I went out into the living room. And the living room was packed with stuff. It didn't look that way when I first got there. I think they were pulling stuff out of the bedroom while I was in the sunroom picking up all the perfume and the books and stuff. So when I went into the living room, there was more stuff than I had initially seen when I walked into the house. And I got a bunch of clothes. They had a recliner that was just piled up with clothes. You guys know I usually don't do clothes, but could not pass these up. This is one of those Cliben cat shirts. This is a chef shirt. This one is an XXL, which, as we all know, the bigger sizes tend to sell better. This is from Crazy Shirts. So that's brand new with the tags. Then, sorry guys, I'm trying to find a place to put all this stuff as I'm done showing it to you. This one, the tag is ripped off, but it's still in brand new condition. It's a 2XL. This is the classic Cliben cat with the sneakers. These are all men's sizes, by the way. And then this one is a cat climbing up the deer's antlers. These all average about, I think it's 25 to 30 plus shipping. So not too shabby there. And then also sitting, whoops, sorry guys, tripping over my camera again. Also sitting in the recliner were 3 men's sweaters. I'd love to buy men's clothes if I'm gonna. Okay, I think my camera just turned off. I'll have to check where the other video ended. But this is from White Stuff. Never heard of them before. But this is a merino wool sweater, brand spanking new with the tags. I think I can get at least 30, maybe more for that. Same with this one. One of those ones that, you know, is only buttoned down like a quarter of the way. Nice collar. Again, 30 to 40. And then I got this vest. And this is from, this is a Nordic company. Please don't ask me to pronounce this. Fjallraven, Fjallraven, I don't know. It's all one word. I'm so bad with pronouncing Norwegian stuff. But this vest, brand spanking new, again, I think around 40. And then on the couch, in the other corner of the room, I found a whole pile of brand spanking new pajamas. These are all from Pajamagrams, or however you want to say it. I know my husband bought me 1 or 2 pairs of these pajamas when for Christmas one year, and I yelled at him because they're very expensive. They're like $50 or $60 for pajamas, which I thought was a little ridiculous, especially when you can go to Kohl's and get the kind that I really like for like, 15 bucks. So I think he's learned his lesson now and he just goes to Kohl's. But that's how he knew that these were worth pretty good money. This is a, let's say, World's Softest teal cowl neck nightgown. I got one of these in blue, brand spanking new, and I got 2 of these in this pink color. This is a 2X. I think the other one is an XL, not sure. But again, brand spanking new. I think I can get 35 to 40 each on those. And then I got 3 pairs of these dog themed women's pajamas. These are called Dog Tired. I think I have 1 XL and 2X, something like that. Again, maybe 30 to 40 on those. So that was it for the clothes. And then there was a curio cabinet. And this woman next to me was asking about the items in the curio cabinet. And because the doors were shut, so she asked the lady running it, she's like, can you open the doors? Are we allowed to look at that stuff? And so the lady rushed over and she opened the doors. She's like, have at it, go ahead. So this lady starts looking at all these knickknacks in there. There was a bunch of Capodimonte flower figurines in there. And they're very delicate. And I know Capodimonte sells, but it's just not something that I usually like to deal with because they're so fragile and they can easily get broken. Oh, that's my cat, if you just heard that sound. That's Hamburger, wherever he is. He's probably by the front door and wants to go out. He's not supposed to go out. But he came from outside, so we take him on like supervised walks. Alright, enough of my going off tangent here. So she was looking at the Capodimonte flowers, and I was trying to kind of look over her shoulder without getting too close to her, because, we all had masks on and that kind of stuff, but we're trying to stay far enough away from each other. And so she kind of scooched over, and she's like, oh, I don't want to, block you. Go ahead, look at stuff. So we're both at the curio cabinet looking. She pulled out a bunch of stuff, I pulled out a bunch of stuff, and both of us went away very happy. Would I have liked to have gone through that whole house by myself? Absolutely. I would have probably come out with 3 times as much stuff. But we all did very well, and I'm happy for all of us. So from that curio cabinet, I picked up this little carved, I think he's onyx and quartz little penguin. Maybe make 15 to 20 on him. He's not signed or anything. Then I got 4 Harmony Kingdom boxes. I've sold these before. Unfortunately, they don't have the original boxes with them, but that's okay. These are probably all worth around 20 to 30 a piece. I got this little frog. I think he's called Princely Thoughts or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. I have all the names written down in my book. Then I got this frog one. This one's called Tongue in Cheek. And that has the mark right there. Then I got the dogs. I think this one's just called Hound Dog. The label's kind of messed up, but I did find it online. And then this one is called Pod Parade. And this one's creepy because there's like a headless man and a big brain in there, which is kind of creepy. Harmony Kingdom, some of their stuff is really weird. Really, really weird. But it sells all day long. So I was happy to find all those. And then the other thing that I found in there was... I hear the cat rooting through stuff again. Oh. I found this doorstop. And to me, I don't think it's a repro. I think it's old. And I'm hoping so. It might be Hubley. I'm not sure. But fingers crossed, I'm hoping to get, I don't know, at least maybe 75 or more for him. Not really sure. He'll go up for auction and we'll see what happens. The other thing that I found in the Curio Cabinet was a Limoges box. I think I got one and I think she got one. And this is the one that I got with the champagne in the champagne bucket. We're not going outside right now. No. This one is called, is that LT or LI? I think it's LT. And then, whoops. Then this says hand painted in Limoges, France. I think this one without the box, I'm going to say 65 to 75, maybe. So not too bad. And, alright, still not done, guys. Then on the kitchen table, my fourth or fifth time going from the living room back to the sunroom, they had put out these cast iron trivets. I don't know where they pulled these from. I think I was at this sale like an hour and a half. Me and the lady in the Curio going through the Curio Cabinet, we had a blast. We were having so much fun. We just kept talking to each other about the stuff we were finding. We're like, can you believe this? Oh, it was great. So I got 2 of these cast iron trivets. Actually, I got 3. I got 2 of the circular ones. I got 1 oval. I have to clean them up a bit because there's a little bit of rust. But these are from Invicta. Never heard of them before. I've heard of Invicta for watches, but not for trivets. And there we go. These are made in France. And in perfect condition, I think these go for around $50 a piece. I'm hoping to get 25 to 30 each on those. Okay. Then they also had a table in the middle of the living room, again full of stuff, and I picked a couple things up from there. I got this little Corgi figurine. This I could tell was a Hagen Renneker, mainly because I felt the feet, and the feet felt sharp, and if you look really close, and you're not going to be able to see this, don't think, but there's paper on the bottom of his feet, because Hagen Renneker figurines come on little square cards. They're glued onto them. So if you're not sure if it's a Hagen Renneker, if you turn it over and you see paper on his feet, then it probably is. He's worth about, I guess, 10 plus shipping, maybe a little more. And then I picked up this creamer because I did not know this name, but it said Denmark, and you guys know how much I like to buy Scandinavian stuff, even though it says made in England. I picked this creamer up, and I think, I'm going to say it's worth like 20 to 30. Okay, now the cat is moving the blinds with his tail. He really wants to go outside right now. Let's see, back in the sunroom, I picked up this slide rule. This is from Pickett's. It's a little one with a leather case. Maybe worth, I'm going to say 10 to 20, I think, something like that. Then, oh, I think this was another thing in the Curio Cabinet. Just picked up this little enameled and bejeweled frog pill box. It's not signed or anything. I'm thinking maybe 10 to 20 on that. And that's almost it, you guys. I'm almost done. I did get some jewelry, which you guys know I usually don't get. But I did get some earrings, and I think I'm actually going to keep all these because I like all these. These are from Sundance. This is actually a really good name. I can't find these exact ones anywhere. Some of these go for, I don't know, around $40 a pair, $30 to $40 a pair. But I think I'm going to keep these for myself. Same thing with these little blue Mia Sophia stone earrings. Then these little silver filigree balls. I think these are sterling. And then these are just some skull and crossbone earrings that I can wear at Halloween. So that was it for my own personal purchases. But then I got some other pieces of jewelry. This one just said orchid and has a frog pin inside. It's not signed. Can't find any information about it, so I'm going to probably say about, I don't know, 10 to 15 on him. But then this one I found floating around in one of the boxes of random stuff in the sunroom. And I'm like, wow, that's really detailed. Turned it over, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but right here it says Stanley Hagler, and right here it says Ian St. Gilar. This pin by itself is worth minimum, I would say, 100. I think I could go anywhere from 1 to 300 depending. I might put it up for auction at like 150 and see if I get any hits on it. But I can't find the exact one to match this one anywhere online, but there's a lot of these type of brooches from this designer on eBay, so check them out. My jaw dropped to the floor when I looked this up. Okay, we're almost done. Then I did go outside. I took my first 2 huge bags of stuff, dragged them to my car, and I decided I'm gonna go back in one more time, take one more look around, and I'm so happy I did. I got most of the books on that second trip, and then again going through another box in the sunroom, and I found this little beautiful etched perfume bottle with the hummingbird, and this has a name on it. It's from, oh gosh, now I can't remember. Phyllis Polito is the artist, and the name of the glass company, I can't remember off the top of my head. It starts with a Z. I'll try and remember to put it down here. But I'm hoping to get, I don't know, at least 40 to 50. We'll see. That'll have to go up for auction because I can't find another one like it online. But that other perfume bottles by that company are up on eBay. And then I found this little gem also floating around in a box. I was so happy it was not chipped or ruined or anything. But I saw this little frosted seahorse. I'm like, oh, well, you know, he's cute. And turned him over. And again, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. Oh, there we go. It says Lalique. I was like, oh, yay! He does not have his original box, but he's probably still worth at least 100, maybe more. So, thrilled to find him. And then in the living room, again, I don't know where they were pulling stuff from in the living room. I found this Beatles pillow. This is a tapestry fabric. I think it's called Gobelin. Gobelin. That's the name of the fabric. There were no tags on this, so I had to do some detective work with this. Found out this is from a famous interior design company in the UK called Andrew Martin, I believe. And they put out a version of this in gray and a version of this in color. And it's been retired. It's very, very hard to find now. The only way I could get any kind of price comps was I found it on a Japanese website that was selling it a few years back. I had to go through I had to translate the page and then go through a money converter app to find out that this was selling on sale back then for $133. So this will definitely be going up for auction, probably starting at, oh God, I don't know, 100 to 150? We'll have to see. There are none on eBay or anywhere else for that matter that I can find. So I'm hoping that's a good thing. So that is it, except for two other things that I have to show you in the other room, which were the last items that I picked up. Those I'm going to have to send pictures to the auction house, and I'll explain why when I show them to you. But as I was walking out with my last huge bag of stuff, it was so funny. This husband, he kept joking about how everything was going to get thrown in the dumpster and they need to get everything out of the house because her father had passed. This was her parents' house and they just wanted everything gone. They wanted it over with. So I walk out in the garage. He goes, "Do you need any help?" I go, "No, I'm good." I said, "I don't have as much as I did my first, trip out." And he's like, "Is there anything else I can give you?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good." And he goes, "How about some ice cream? Do you want some ice cream?" I'm like, "What?" He goes, "There's ice cream in the freezer. The good stuff." And he opens it up and he had all these boxes of Haagen-Dazs popsicles in there. Or the ice cream bars. So he's going through them. He goes, "I got caramel. I got double chocolate." He goes, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "I'm okay." He goes, No, they're brand new." He goes, "Just take something." So I ended up with a box of double chocolate Haagen-Dazs ice cream bars. And then he even tried to give me a lobster. He had a frozen lobster in the freezer. I'm like, "No, I'm good." I mean, I love lobster, but I don't think frozen lobster is probably all that great. I don't know. But I didn't want to take a chance with that. But it's definitely the first time I left a sale with free ice cream and an offer of a crustacean. So that was new, which is one of the reasons why I love doing what I do. So let me stop this, go in the other room. I know this is a long video. I'm sorry, you guys. And I will show you the last and probably best things I got there. Be right back. Okay guys, so these are the last things I have to show you. These were two art prints that, again, came out of nowhere at some point during the sale. My last trip through the living room, they kind of just showed up on the couch. I hadn't seen them on my previous, 10 trips through the living room. But when I went through the living room that one last time, I saw these laying on the couch. And I figured I would take a look at them. And they are signed and numbered. I think this one over here is called Woman with Cat. This one over here is called, I think it's Introspection 5733. We're not going outside now. No. They're both by an artist named Will Barnett. And I'll try and remember to put his name down there for you guys. He passed away in 2012. And this one says it's an artist proof, and this one is signed and numbered. They're both signed, but this one is numbered. And I tried to do a little bit of research, and I found previous prints that had sold, I think on liveauctioneers.com. And they sold for like $2,200 a piece, something like that. So I got really excited on Friday when I was doing research for these. So I'm going to take them out of their frames because I don't think they were professionally framed. I think someone just popped them in because they're real cheapy little frames. Pop them out so that I can see the writing better, especially on that one. You really can't see the artist signature and the numbers as well until you take it out of the frame. And I'm going to send pictures to the auction house about 20 minutes from here. They're not doing live or in person for appraisal days like they usually do. But they are allowing you to send pictures of your items, and they will look at them and then get in touch with you and let you know what they're worth, or if they're worth, consigning with them. Fingers crossed, you guys. I'm really hoping. I've been doing this 12 years, and I've never found anything like really, really good. So I'm hoping this is it. So we'll see. If they do take them and consign them, I have no idea how long it would be until they actually went up for auction. But I'm hopeful. So we'll just have to wait and see. I will definitely keep you guys posted. But this sale made up for the fact that I have not been to a rummage sale since the beginning of March. And God knows when I'll be to another one. It definitely gave me the fix that I needed. It was a big morale booster, definitely. And like I said in the beginning, I wasn't going to tell you how much I paid until the very, very end. So for all this stuff, all these brand names and designer names and artwork and everything, I paid a whopping $20. That's it. $20, which I will make back in one single item out of those, I don't know, 60 something or 70 something I bought. So that's it, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys find some good sales in your area, and I will be back soon with some more hauls.